Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. I'm taking care of my knee today. So you are all standing. I'm sitting in my chair this morning. We're opening, expanding that small ball, and exhale, closing. So really good posture and alignment. And we can do that sitting in a chair. It's just a wonderful thing. All right, right hand on top for our ball. You're standing with your weight on your right foot, your left foot tapped. We'll step out and roll the ball, coming into left ball. Tap your right foot. Step right, roll the ball. And step left, tap right, roll the ball. 2 more each direction. Breathing, moving at your pace. One more each direction, roll the ball. And reverse. Now from this right ball, we'll rotate slightly to the right, take 3 steps to the left, and wave hands like clouds. Just stepping and moving at your own pace. On your third step, we'll hold our left ball, tapping your right toes. Rotate left, take 3 steps to the right, waving hands like clouds. This is going to be me for a little while after a knee replacement. Chair teaching. Tap, preload. Let's go one more time to the left, 3 steps, cloud hands. I'm just marching my feet, of course, instead of moving. And then we'll hold to the left ball, tap the right toes, preload, 3 steps to the right. And return to right ball, tapping the left foot. Then come back to the center. Let your arms relax. We'll take a breath in, reach up. Side stretch over to the right side, lowering that right arm. Lengthen, stretch. Pull that left shoulder back. Take your gaze up to the sky. And then lift your right arm. Drop your left, side stretch, open up the ribs, roll that top shoulder back, and breathe. Oh, it feels so great in our spine. And then come on up, inhale, exhale, lower down. All right, I'd like for you to pick up your hand weights. I'm going to stay in my chair, but I want you standing. We're going to squat down and up. So I'm putting all my body weight into my right foot and up. And squat and up. Squat and up. You keep going. I'm going to move my chair back a little bit more so I'm within that view of the camera a little bit better. Learning process this is. So squat and lift up. Squat. You can do this in a chair as well. We've done these quite a few times, standing up and sitting down. Last one, stand all the way up. Bring your elbows to 90 degrees. Shoulder raise and down. I've got a lot of rotator cuff for you today. We're really going to focus on our shoulders and rotator cuffs. Going slow through your range of motion. I want to add this to the squat. So shoulders lift and then we squat down. and lift and squat. I can do little small ones without a lot of weight on my left knee, which is really good. My right leg's going to get a lot of work today. And up and down. 3 more. And 2. Now, as I progress to the next exercise, maybe you want to stay with this one. We'll add a rotator raise. So we come up, rotate, then come back down and squat. So I'm coming into that lateral raise, and then I rotate back and come on down, squat. Notice my elbows are lower than the tops of my shoulders as I do this movement. Beautiful. So I want to do this on one arm at a time. So as you come up, the right arm does the rotator raise, then back down. The left arm, or you can just do single arm lateral raise only. And up, rotate, and down. I'm just in a staggered squat so I can take weight off my left foot, but you're in a regular squat. Feet about hips distance apart. Weight back in the heels. Hope this is feeling okay for everybody's shoulders. We want a therapeutic weight here, so not a whole lot of workload. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Just squat up and down. 2 more. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lower down, and then let's come up. I'm going to turn sideways for you. Bring your arms right by your side with your palms facing forward, just like this. We're going to hinge from the hips and keep the arms directly to the sides of the body as we come forward. So you've got weight on both of your legs, a little bend in both knees. Your arms really are not moving. So as I tip forward, gravity changes so I can activate my shoulders and my triceps. The lower body movement is a deadlift, so I'm getting a little bit of glutes and hamstrings. And the spine stays really neutral, so a great core connection. Inhale down. Exhale up. Let's get 5 more, or if you need a break sooner, go ahead and take it. And 4. This exercise is called the Cobra. 2 more. Last one. And come back up. Rebend your elbows about 90 degrees. So practice this exercise. We're going to rotate out and in. My elbows are staying close to my body, and I'm just rotating that arm bone in the socket. We're learning this movement, but I'm going to change the position of my upper body so we can get gravity in a different spot. So let's just do 1 more. Then I'll turn to the side again for you. Hinge forward from your hips. Now your arms are still bent 90 degrees, and do that same exercise out and in. So it's open and close. Knees bent, nice neutral spine. Rotator cuff activation. And you're just moving through whatever range of motion works here for you for your rotator cuff. Zip up your abs Try not to round your back and hunch here. So nice straight back. Now you can stay with both arms at the same time, or we can try just the right one and then the left one. What this is going to give you is more attention on the arm you're working, right? And it also gives your other arm a chance to rest a little bit in between your repetitions. And up. So if you're doing singles, you have 5 more. If you're doing doubles, you have 5 more. And 4. 3. Really brace your lower abs. 2. 1 more. Up and down. Come all the way up. Let your arms straighten by your side. Come into a squat with arms coming forward. Down and up. Down and up. Knees tracking. I'm doing a pretty narrow squat, but that's because of my knee. I want to keep my left or right leg right underneath my body, but you can take your feet a little wider for your squat. So this is a front arm shoulder raise. If it's too strenuous, I want you to do a bicep curl and bring the weight to your shoulders and come back up. Inhale to the bottom. Exhale as we press up. 5 more. And 4. 3. 2 more with both arms. And then we'll have that opportunity to work on singles like we did with the other exercises. So as we sit, the right arm goes forward and the left arm. Wow, my right leg's going to be pretty strong in a few weeks. It's got to do the brunt of the work, but that's okay. So either staying with singles or both arms at the same time. Or you can do single bicep curls. Let's get 6 more repetitions. And 5. If your legs are getting tired, take out the squat and vice versa. The shoulders are getting tired, just do the squat. 2 more repetitions. One more. All right, hinge forward from your hips again. Bring those weights back down to the outside of the knees. Pull your elbows back and hold. Tricep kickback. Slowly extend. The arms straighten and bend. So important item number 1, don't swing your arms forward. So we're starting right from our hip, right there. 90 degrees and then going straight back. So your palms are facing in, but I'm going to have you do a rotation here. So as you straighten your arms, turn your palms to the ceiling and then come back in and rotate. Turn to the ceiling and come in. Ooh, that changes it a little bit, yes. Back of the shoulders working just to support the arm in this position. Now either stay with both arms or we can go single. One arm straightens and rotates. Then the other one straightens and rotates. And I'm doing these slowly just to really feel the work in the muscle and not to get any momentum going. We have 7 more, either singles or doubles. And 6. Check your posture. 5. And breathing. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Straighten your arms back down. Pull your body up. Okay, we're going to come forward one more time. So with straight arms, come out to a slight V. So we come out on an angle and back down. Out on an angle. So again, you could do angled bicep curls if this feels better for your shoulders. There's always an option, right? And take it out. So what I want to do is add this exercise to our deadlift. So as the arms are raising, we hinge forward, take it out into the V, come back up, hinge forward. So we've been in this deadlift position quite a bit this morning, so if it's bothering your back, just stay upright. Open and come in. This is called the Y raise. Let's get 3 more. And 2. And 1. And come up. Okay, bring those weights right to the chest. We're going to bend the left knee and come in. Bend the left knee and come in. So just a little stepping side lunge. And you can pick up the pace a little bit if you'd like. You can also add maybe an overhead press as you step in. Nice job. Now notice my body's staying right over the anchored foot. So I know you're thinking, well, what are you going to do when it's time to do the other side, Lisa? I think I'm going to use my chair. Let's get 3 more. And 2. And 1. Relax. Okay, I'm just going to bring my chair right around in front of me. I'm going to try this. If it hurts, I'm not going to do it. Okay, you're doing the other side. So we're stepping out and in. Weights are at your chest. Step out, bend the knee, and in. So far, so good. Out and in. Any pace you want to go. You can speed it up a little bit. Make sure you're sitting your weight back. So you're bending your right knee down into that single leg squat, reaching the left foot out. Option to raise your weights up. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Add any modification. You guys know what works best for your body. One more time. And relax. Okay, set your weights down for a moment. I'm going to use my chair. We're going to work on a little bit of balance. So let's turn your toes out to first position and releve up on the balls of the feet and down. Up and down. Lift, lower. Now, really good posture. Taking it up and down at any height that works good for you. Bring it over here a little bit more. Up and down. Up and down. All right, if both legs feel pretty good, you want to try a single leg. Pick one foot just off the floor, lift and lower. Up and down. Lower leg strengthening, but I feel that all the way up the back of the leg. 8, 7, 5, 4, 2 more. And last one. Let's stretch the leg you worked. So take a little step back with it. Press your heel down into the floor. Make sure your back foot is straight ahead and enjoy that calf stretch. Take a couple breaths. Now, if one leg is too strenuous, come back to 2. Step back to your first position. Let's just start on both. Lift and lower. Then if you want to progress to the other side, bend the knee and we lift up. I'm being really ginger with this, but I think it's going to be okay. Up and down. You know, it's really going to be important for me to keep my muscles as strong as I can before I get this done. So I don't want to just do nothing, right? Because muscles atrophy really fast. And then my recovery is not going to be as good. Let's get 4 more. 3 and 2 and 1. The leg you stretched goes back, or the leg you worked goes back to stretch. All right, we're going to come up and do some standing side leg lifts. Up and down. I'm working my outer thigh, going through whatever range of motion works good for you. You can slightly lean into your chair just a little bit. This would be an exercise you'd see in a bar class, and we'd be using the ballet bar to support our elbow. This is any range of motion you'd like. And we're building up to a balance pose. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up any height, and then see if you can release the chair or the wall you're using and hold your starfish balance. Breathe. One more breath. And bring it down. All right, let's try it on the other side. Stabilize. Lift that leg. Up, down. Up, down. Nice job. Now we can feel this muscle we're activating, so I really want you to squeeze it at the top. You're almost hesitating when you lift to feel the engagement of the hip, outer thigh. Now we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up at any height. Try to release your chair, holding balance. I'm going to do it for 1 second. Keep breathing. Find a focal point that helps with your balance, as well as tightening up your abdominals. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale and release it down. Turn forward again toward your chair for balance. Step your left foot straight back and we'll come into warrior 1. So lift your arms up or right in front of you. You can also use your chair for balance. Have it within reach of your fingertips. So from this Warrior One lunge, we're going to pull the back knee in and set your foot back down on the mat. Come in and back. So we're coming into single leg stance, one of our famous balance poses. Then back to our warrior lunge. In. So trying balance. In and back. 5 more repetitions. 4. Each time press your heel down and back and get a little bit of a stretch. 2 more. Then bring that knee forward, hold your single leg stance, and release the chair. Our arms can be up, they can be on your hips, out to the side, prayer position. Breathe. All right, lower that leg back down. That becomes the front leg. So we'll step back, Warrior One. Square your hips off. And this can be any length of a Warrior One. You can make it bigger than mine. I'm just kind of being careful on that knee. You can use the chair. Your back knee comes forward. We lift it in. And then we step back into our Warrior One. Good job. Maybe try letting go of the chair for balance. Press your heel down to the floor each time to get a stretch. Three more on this leg. Forward and back. 2. 1 more. Then bring that knee forward, hold your single leg stance, and try to release the chair for balance. Couple more breaths. And then release that leg down. Okay, bring your hand weights down with you on your mat. We're going to start in a sideline position. We don't need that right now. It's there just in case. All right, let's come down on our right side. More rotator cuff work. We'll have our knees stacked, hips stacked, shoulders stacked, feet together. Take your weight right in front of you and rotate up and back down. Good, so nice range of motion here for your rotator cuff. Make sure your elbow stays tucked in. You can even tuck a little towel under your arm. And I'm just using 3s today. I think this for me is plenty for my rotator cuff. Now, if it feels okay for you, I want you to find a mid-range of motion and hold it here. Tiny lift, halfway down, lift. So I'm not moving it through its full range of motion, but really strengthening where it's super strong. Up, small range of motion. Good, let's get 4 more. Up. I feel the burn. And 2. And 1. Relax that weight down. Take the top leg, extend it out. Flex your foot. Come forward so your knees are about level with each other. And then abduct the leg and lower. So I'm doing a side leg raise, but my leg is out forward on a bit of an angle. If this seems a little bit too strenuous, you can bring the leg back to more of a straight line from your body. Let's get 8 more. Stay lifted in this shoulder. 6, 5, 4, and 2, and 1. All right, same 2 exercises on the other side. So take a moment to roll yourself over onto your left side. Knees are both bent about 90 degrees. They stack. Hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Weight is in the right hand. Elbow 90 degrees. Rotate up. Come back down in front of the tummy. Now, if your weight is too heavy, this is really strenuous, you can't get a good range of motion, then I just want you to do your arm without weight because that's very therapeutic. It's very beneficial. Nice job. Sometimes it's all about the modification that works best for us. Let's get 3 more full range. And 2. Then we'll bring it about halfway. Right there in the middle, we hold it. Small movements, up an inch, down an inch. Oh man, I hope you're feeling this. Wow. If we can, let's get 10 more. Ooh. 8, 7. If you got to release sooner, that's okay, or set your weight down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Set that weight down. Extend this top leg, flex your foot, and bring the leg forward so it's about level with your bottom knee. Lift, lower. And notice my foot is level, so what I'm not doing is turning my toes up to the ceiling and trying to use the top of my leg. I want to keep my pelvis level and use the side of the hip. Sometimes this lift isn't very high, depending on our flexibility of our hip and the strength to do this exercise. Breathing. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, remember the exercise we did a little earlier in class when we had the weights here and we opened out? We're going to do this on our back, which will put gravity in a different spot. So have your weights. Let's come and roll on down, get yourself comfortable. And then your elbows are 90 degrees. And what I want you to do is just hover your elbows a couple of inches off the floor. So they're not down and touching. They're not way up here, but they're just an inch or 2 away from the floor. And we'll rotate out and in. My elbows are staying right by my rib cage. And I'm just rotating the rotator cuff. This is inward rotation. Works a muscle called the subscapularis. Out and in. Now you can bring your knees to tabletop if you want to get a little bit more core work here. And then we can also do this with one arm at a time, like we did with some of the other exercises. So we can go out with the right, then out with the left. You could also add a leg extension. You want to get really fancy with your core work. Either both or one at a time. 7 more. And I'm taking these nice and slow. And 5. 4 more, either singles or doubles. And 3. 2. And 1. Now bring the arms all the way up. So now they're straight up. Your feet can be down or in table. And we'll open and just come halfway up. Open, halfway up. This is your chest fly. Bigger muscle group in the chest. We're just coming halfway up, so we really stay in the working zone. Inhale and exhale. Now we can do one arm at a time. So the right arm goes out and halfway up. Then the left arm goes out and halfway up. I like this because the one you're not using is staying isometrically working. If your weights are too heavy, bend your elbows a lot and make this more of a press. Elbow down, halfway up. We've got 6 more repetitions. Either singles or doubles. 5, 4, 3, good neutral spine. 2, and 1. Press those arms all the way up. Link the weights together like they're one unit. Bring your arms back over your face a little bit, and we'll reach the arms back a little further. Pull it about halfway up. Back. Pull it halfway up. This is the pullover. I'm not bending and straightening my elbows. I'm using my lat muscles. Knees can be in tabletop. Now, if you'd like, we can add a little abdominal crunch as the arms are coming up. Curl yourself up off the mat a little bit. Let's get 8 more. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Feet can be down. 6. 5. 4. 2. And 1. Lower back down. Rest your weights down to your sides. All right, it's time for a plank. So let's roll on over to your front side and pick the plank that you know is the right one for you. I lost my windscreen here. All right, so I'm going to come up to my toes and my hands, but you can do knees, you can do elbows, And we're going to breathe here. So our goal is 3 sets of 30 seconds. If you want to take the break in between, you can take it or you can keep going. Now we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Short break only if you need it. You can drop those knees, maybe come back to child's pose. Next set, you could do a side plank here if you want, or just do your regular plank again. Get ready to prepare and begin. 30 seconds. Add any variations that you want to today. These are your planks. Make it your challenge. 15 seconds. Make sure the breath is moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest or stay up there if you want. We have one more 30-second plank. So if you did a side plank, let's get ready to do it on the other side. Set yourself up. Ready? And begin. Last 30 seconds. Wall planks are great. Planks with your hands on a couch. Anything that you can stabilize your core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go ahead and take a child's pose. Relax. Now for back strengthening, we'll move into a flowing spinal balance. So from your hands and knees, you're going to take this at your own pace, but when the right leg goes back, the left arm reaches, your thumb is up, and then you come back in your own time and switch. Left leg, right hand. So if you like to hold this for a longer period of time, you can, or you can do one breath, one movement, which is essentially to inhale as the arm and leg lift, and exhale as you come back down to all fours. The goal is to keep the spine as neutral as possible and to use our core as a stabilizer. Spinal balance, bird dog, strengthens our back in a diagonal fashion from the right shoulder to the left hip and from the left shoulder to the right hip. Let's do 2 more on each side. One more each side. And rest. Take a second to shake out your wrists a little bit. Then hands are back down on the mat. Or you can stand up and put your hands on your chair. We're going to do a down dog. So we'll lift our hips up, drop our heels down. The chair is a fantastic option. And just stretch the backs of the legs, dropping your heels down. Press off of your hands. Two more breaths. One more breath. And as you exhale, allow your knees to come find the mat again. We'll take the right foot and step it forward way out ahead of you and come up into a kneeling lunge. So we'll be opening up this left hip flexor. Take your left arm and stretch it up. If that doesn't feel okay for your shoulder, you can keep it on your hip. Now your left hand's going to come down and find the floor. Twist open to the right. And you can reach your arm up, or you can just put your hand on your hip and pull your shoulder blade up. Lower the arm down. We'll start to straighten this front leg. Shifting back, lengthen it out any amount, pull your toes up. If you're tight in the hamstrings, you can use your hand weights for little blocks and support yourself up here, or even your chair. You can also do this stretch in a chair, sitting with one leg forward and just leaning over that leg to stretch the back of the thigh. One more breath. Then we can put both hands into the middle to swing the right leg around. Take a big step forward with your left foot, way out into that kneeling lunge. And we'll come on up. Right arm can lift, or just keep it at your hip. Slightly squeeze your right glute. That'll help you release the right hip flexor. And our right hand comes down to find the floor, or maybe your yoga block. Twist open to the left, or just bring your hand on your hip and pull that shoulder up. And come out of your twist and slowly straighten out your front leg till you feel your hamstring stretch. Maybe using your weights. It's just nice to be supported. You don't have to be, but you tend to be able to relax a little bit if you can place your hands on something and ease down into that stretch. And then we'll bring both hands to the inside. Swing your left leg around. We'll come to a forward bend. So you can tuck your toes under, step up onto your feet, walk your feet forward, and just fold over your legs. Your hands can go to your elbows for ragdoll. And it's okay to bend your knees a bunch on this one, just to let the upper body drape over the legs and stretch the lower back. This is forward flexion of our spine. Now just uncross your hands, bring them right to the front of your shins, and almost press yourself halfway up. This is a tabletop position where your back is really straight. Cervical spine is neutral. You're slightly tipping your sitting bones back a little bit so your lower back isn't curved. And hands go to your hips. With that straight back, just pull yourself all the way up to a stand. Come back to our mid position. Reach the arms out and up. We'll side stretch over to the right for one more lateral flexion of the spine. And breathe in. And other side. And breathe in. Both arms out for goalpost. Pull your elbows back, open up your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, keep your abs engaged. You can stay here, or if it's comfortable for you, bring your hands both behind your back to interlace your fingers. Pull your shoulder blades together. Lift your arms up any amount. One more breath here. Release those arms. Let's make 3 big arm circles. Forward, out, and back. Find the edge of the circle that's comfortable for your shoulders. One more time. Forward, around, and press your palms. And thank you so much for joining me today for LisaBug Mind Body Blend. I'm going to turn off our recording so we can chat a little bit more about what's happening and answer any questions for you guys. Have a great day if you can't stay on with me. And I'll be sending out an email with details too. So if you can't stay on, I will definitely keep everyone posted as to what's happening. Okay, let's turn this off here.